Imagine spending 10 years following a manga, hundreds of chapters, thousands of pages, characters that feel like family, and then the final chapter drops. Instead of celebrating one of the greatest stories ever told, the fandom erupts into civil war. That's it? Was this really the ending? It happens over and over again. Attack on Titan, Tokyo Revengers, The Promised Neverland, Food Wars. Even legendary series with incredible writing somehow stumble at the finish line. So why does this keep happening? Are manga authors simply bad at endings? Or is writing the ending actually the hardest part of creating a masterpiece? Welcome everybody, I am AnimeMind, and in today's video, we're breaking down the real reasons why so many manga endings disappoint fans. Endings are harder than beginnings. Every writer can create a mystery. It's easy to introduce a powerful villain. It's easy to hint an ancient secret. And it's easy to make readers ask questions. But eventually, every single mystery needs an answer. Every character arc needs closure. Every promise must be fulfilled. The bigger your story becomes, the harder it is to tie everything together. Think about it for a second. If a manga has 400 chapters, readers have spent years creating their own expectations. Some imagine the perfect final battle. Others want emotional closure. Others want a shocking plot twists. Others simply want their favorite character to survive. So no matter what ending the author writes, millions of readers are comparing it to the versions they imagine in their own heads. And that's simply an impossible competition to win. Success creates bigger problems. Ironically, the better the manga becomes, the harder it is to end it. A series that runs for 10 years accumulates countless plot lines, secondary characters and political conflicts, romances, world building, and hidden lore, and a lot of foreshadowing. Every chapter adds another responsibility, and readers begin expecting every single detail to matter. But reality doesn't work that way, because some ideas lose relevance. Some mystery were never fully planned, and some plot points simply don't fit anymore. By the end, the author isn't finishing one story. They're trying to conclude hundreds of interconnected storylines at once. Weekly serialization is brutal. One thing that many fans forget is that most mangas aren't written all at once. They're written week by week. Imagine writing one chapter every single week for 10 years. No long vacations, no unlimited time to revise. No opportunity to rewrite the first chapters after discovering better ideas later. And unlike novel writers, manga authors are constantly publishing unfinished stories. If inspiration changes halfway through, it's already too late. The early chapters are printed forever. This forces authors to improvise. Many famous manga evolved in directions their creators never originally planned, and characters became more popular than expected. Villains stayed longer, entire arcs expanded, and sometimes the ending has to adapt to decisions made years earlier. Editors have more influence than fans think. Here's something many readers don't realize. Manga isn't created by one person alone. Editors play an enormous role. They suggest changes, delay endings, speed them up, encourage popular characters, remove unpopular ideas. If sales are excellent, publishers often want the manga to continue, even if the author originally planned to finish much earlier. That means stories stretch beyond their intended length. Eventually, the ending isn't concluding the story the author originally imagined. It's concluding a version that has grown much larger than planned, and sometimes the difference shows. Popularity can become a curse. Most creators dream of success, but overwhelming popularity creates unexpected pressure. Every chapter becomes an event, every theory spreads across the internet, and fans analyze every panel. Expectations grow higher every year. By the final arc, the audience has imagined thousands of possible endings. No single ending can satisfy everyone. Even objectively good conclusions receive criticism simply because fans expected something different. Sometimes the ending isn't just bad. It's just different from the ending people spent years building inside their own minds. Fan theories can be better than reality. This is one of the strangest problems in modern manga. The internet never stops theorizing. Every clue becomes a massive discussion. Every line of dialogue gets analyzed. Entire communities spend years predicting the ending. Eventually, theories become unbelievably detailed. Some even surpass what the author originally planned. Not because they were more accurate, but because thousands of fans collectively built ideas together. So when the official ending arrives, it feels less clever. Not because it's bad, but because readers unknowingly compared it against years of collaborative imagination, and that is an impossible standard. Burnout is real. Creating a manga is physically exhausting. Many famous mangaka have spoken openly about their health problems. Sleep deprivation, chronic pain, stress, and hospital visits. Years of non-stop deadlines eventually take their toll. Imagine trying to write the most important chapters of your career while your body is begging you to stop. Some authors genuinely reach the ending completely exhausted. At that point, finishing becomes more important than perfecting. The story outgrows the author. Sometimes, a story simply becomes too big. The author begins with one idea, but over years, the world expands. The themes deepen, the characters evolve beyond their original purpose. Eventually, even the creator struggles to answer the questions they've raised. How do you conclude a conflict involving nations, generations, philosophy, morality, and freedom, without oversimplifying everything? The bigger the ideas become, the harder they are to resolve. Some questions don't even have satisfying answers in real life. Not every story wants a happy ending. Many fans subconsciously associate satisfying endings with happy endings. But those aren't the same thing. A tragic ending can be deeply satisfying. A happy ending can feel completely hollow. What matters isn't whether someone survives. It's whether the conclusion feels earned, if a character decisions make sense, if themes are completed, if emotional arcs reach meaningful conclusions. The ending succeeds. But if events happen simply to finish quickly, readers immediately notice. The ending defines everything. Here's the cruel truth. People remember endings more than beginnings. A masterpiece with a weak ending often becomes the series that fumbled. A decent story with a phenomenal ending becomes unforgettable. The final chapters reshape our memories of everything that came before. That's an enormous burden. The ending isn't judged by itself. It's judged against hundreds of chapters, years of emotional investment, millions of expectations, and that's why endings receive more criticism than almost any other part of the story. But despite all these changes, manga continues producing incredible stories, because creating something unforgettable is already extraordinarily difficult. Creating an unforgettable ending may be even harder. Even great manga asks readers to trust the author for years. Sometimes that trust is rewarded, sometimes it isn't. But maybe that's the price of ambitious storytelling, because the stories capable of disappointing us the most are usually the ones that made us care the most at the first place. And maybe that's why we never stop searching for the perfect ending. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comment section, which manga do you think had the greatest ending? Which one disappointed us the most? Anime Mind was here, and see you guys in the later videos.